So, what's Reanimal? Is it any good? Reanimal's the new puzzle platformer from the creators of Little Nightmares. They made Little Nightmares 1 and 2 and then moved on to this, handing over Little Nightmares 3 to another developer. So, this game's been in development for a while. As you can probably tell if you've played Little Nightmares before, it's kind of little children getting chased by horrific creatures, and this game is, from what I have played, very good. This is not a full review. This channel is just about looking at the most recent games, usually indie games, smaller indie games, and seeing if they're worth looking into, worth buying. And this, so far, I'm really enjoying. I've played a couple hours of it. I'm not going to spoil too much of it, so this will be mostly footage from the beginning of the game. But as you can imagine, it is very similar to Little Nightmares in the way it plays. You play kind of from a zoomed out perspective of these children, little people, and they go throughout this horrific world. Whether this is Earth or whether it's hell or something, I'm not entirely sure. But it deals with some pretty horrific themes as well. I would say that this is a little bit darker than Little Nightmares. I would say Little Nightmares, if it was for kind of maybe teens, older teens, I would say this is more for your horror aficionados. And I think if you're into horror games, you're really going to enjoy this. The graphics are brilliant. On PlayStation, where I played it, it comes with a performance and quality mode. I'm on PS5 Pro and I tried it on both. Performance mode obviously runs really well, 60 frames a second. The quality mode is 4K as far as I can tell. I'm no expert on these kinds of things, but the performance I wasn't entirely sure of on quality mode. It didn't quite feel like a smooth 60. I don't know if it's been optimized for PS5 Pro, but it just felt, and I don't know if it's the way the animation is, because the animation is very kind of sort of fluid and movement based. It's not instant like a Mario game or a platformer in that vein. It's more almost stop animation. And with the fog and all the effects, it looks fantastic, and the atmosphere is really, really spot on. Music and sound effects are also really creepy, and that is, the top marks for that. But yeah, the on quality mode, I just thought the performance wasn't quite as smooth as I would have hoped for a PS5 Pro, but that'll maybe be patched or maybe not. So gameplay, very simple. You use the sticks to move. You can sprint. You can duck down under things, or for stealth. There's quite a lot of stealth in this game, hiding from these different creatures. There's some puzzles, relatively simple. This game I played solo, but one of the key things about this game is it can be played co-op, cross-play as well. So if you've got a friend on PC or Xbox, you could play it with them. I think these kinds of games almost work better with solo play because you can direct exactly where you want to go. For me anyway, personally. I probably won't play this in co-op, but the AI for the girl was fine. She did get caught on some of the geometry once or twice, which didn't lead to her getting stuck completely, but did look a bit odd. And in fact, in this area here where I was going through the toilets, lovely situation, she got stuck on the body there on the right and then just suddenly warped over to where I was, which is a wee bit odd, but it didn't break the game or anything like that. I didn't have to restart. So this is a horror game, but it's not a game that's like about jump scares. It's more about the atmosphere and the dread, getting chased by these things or what's going to come next, the horrendous imagery, like this thing that I'm pulling out the toilet. I don't know. Is that a creature at this point? Is it a suit that this guy's wearing? I don't know. Use your imagination. But these things do eventually get up and chase you, so I don't really know what they're supposed to be, and that's part of the beauty of it, or the horror of it. Jump scares aren't really a thing in this game from what I played so far. I think because the camera kind of pans back and the way it moves around, it's not really designed for jump scares. It can still be scary, but it's more designed for that building of tension, of dread, and the atmosphere is really, really brilliant. I mean, the Little Nightmares games had brilliant atmosphere, and the designs of some of these monsters, I don't know what's going through these developers' heads. It's pretty messed up, but some of the designs are absolutely horrific. I think where these games really excel is kind of the horror that a child might feel or might imagine. These creatures are usually almost dreamlike, nightmarish, and you're the small, helpless child that is getting chased by these large humanoid creatures. How scary adults can be, how scary dreams can be when you're that age, and it's really that combination that makes you feel the dread. There's a horrific man creature thing that chases you in an ice cream truck, and if it's anything like where I grew up in Scotland, you've got to be scared of the guy in the ice cream truck. I mean, he'll come round at like 10 o'clock at night blaring that, and it's absolutely terrifying. So yeah, some trauma brought back up there, definitely. In terms of length, this game is around about 3 to 4 hours on a first playthrough, maybe a little bit more if you're dying constantly. It's pretty much a one-hit die scenario where if you get caught by a creature, that's it. But it doesn't start you back too far. So in terms of replaying a large part of the game, you don't need to worry about that. I found the checkpoints pretty good in that respect. So yeah, a really good puzzle platform game, and one that you could play through in an afternoon if you really wanted to in one sitting. The environments are beautiful, a little empty, but I think that adds to atmosphere, especially when the monsters come along. Co-op, I can't speak for that. I didn't play it in co-op, but I'm sure it could be a good laugh with a friend. A surprising narrative with great themes, dark themes that may disturb some. But the puzzles in it are good, but not really challenging from what I played so far. But I think in a game like this, you don't want to be stuck for too long in one place, because you want to get to the next set piece and you want to experience the next monster. So yeah, we'll see what comes in the future for this game in terms of DLC. There is DLC in the works, but no release date for that yet. So all in all, a very good game, and one that I am thoroughly enjoying. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.